Said I would. How often do you keep your promises? Today you'll learn about a non-profit organization dedicated to the betterment of humanity through promises made and kept. And you will be inspired to make and keep better promises of your own. Please welcome Bryce with Because I Said I Would.
Fellow Toastmasters, I promise. How often have you heard that phrase? How often have you said it yourself? More importantly, how often have you really meant what you said and followed through? Anybody? I'm not going to call anybody out. But I will say for myself that I have made promises and then broken them. Because I was busy, because I was tired, because it was Tuesday, because I just don't have enough hours in the day, because. These are all excuses. But how do we get away from excuses and get towards really making a firm commitment, which is what a promise should be? I was considering this very question when I came across an interesting nonprofit organization called Because I Said I Would. But it's not an excuse. It's a promise. It is affirmation that if you say you will do something, you will do it. So the founder of Because I Said I Would, Alex Sheen, was inspired by his father, who unfortunately was diagnosed and soon after died of small cell lung cancer. And it was at his father's funeral that Alex realized his father was a man of his word. When he said he was going to do something, he would do it, no matter what. You could count on it. So, for his eulogy for his father, he made these cards and passed them out to everyone there. They're white cards, and in the bottom corner it says, "Because I said I would," period. And the idea is he wanted everyone to write something down on this card and confirm that they would do it because they said they would. Now, it was very popular in that funeral, and so Alex wanted to go beyond just one room. So he created a website, BecauseISaidIwould.com, and he started sharing that website. And his concept is that he would mail 10 of these cards to anyone in the world for free. Now, in a year and a half, he mailed over 1.27 million cards to over 100 different countries. And all that he asked was that people who made promises would go onto his website and share their stories. So I'd like to share a couple of those stories with you because they are very inspirational. So promises can be big and small. First, a small promise. There was a 14-year-old girl who shared her story on the website. She was part of a school district where there had been rampant bullying to the point that 2 students had committed suicide. This girl made a promise on her card that said, "I will eat lunch with those who are sitting alone every day. For those who seem to have no friends, I will be that friend." Very small, very simple, something you can do every day, but a big, big impact. Then there are the big promises. And this was what caught my attention and initially got me interested in this organization. There was a young man who was driving one night, drunk, struck a car, and killed someone. His family paid for some very high-priced lawyers who thought that they might be able to get the blood test thrown out and that he might be able to get a reduced sentence or even get away scot-free. But this young man had heard Alex's story and knew of his organization. So instead, he contacted Alex, and they put together a YouTube video. It is a video confession where he shared with the world that he was guilty of drunk driving. He killed someone. He wrote down on his card, "I will take full responsibility for my actions." And he begged his audience, don't drink and drive. That video has now reached over 2.5 million people, and so hopefully he is making an impact. And in the meantime, he is already in jail. He will probably serve a good portion of his life in jail. Big promise, big consequences for him, but hopefully a big impact that he made on the world. Today, I have a challenge for all of you. I have made, because I said I would, cards for everyone in this room. The rules are simple. Take a card, write down a promise that will better the world. Either yourself, somebody else, multiple people. Could be a small promise, could be a big promise. Then, give the card to somebody you know will hold you accountable. Once you have completed the promise, then you get the card back to keep as a reminder for the good that you've done. And hopefully, you would then go on to becauseIsaidIwould.com and share your story. And you can also sign up for 10 more free cards. Pass them out to your friends, whoever. I will inspire you to make and keep better promises because I said I would. Thank you.